Guys, well, welcome back to Allotment Diggers. It's just starting to drizzle out there at the moment, which Buttercup's just come in. She's crunching away at the side of me, so if you can hear crunching, that's her eating a Felix dinner. She's leaving the whiskers alone, but she's certainly making short work of that Felix. She's been gallivanting. She's been over with Tracy, and she's been over with Louise, as Lou as she likes to be called, and she's come back stinking of perfume, and with it drizzle she's wet as well. And well, she's been sat on my knee for 10 minutes. I've just restarted the video again. I had to put the camera on pause. A mate of mine, Jim, come over asking if I got any sand, so I just sorted him some sand out, and she's just jumped out to get a dinner. She'll be back on my knee in a minute, driving me nuts, I've no doubt. But anyway, we have been busy this week, been doing a load of planting, found some more spring bulbs to plant. I'll show you later on in the video that. We bought some dahlias. I was just going to show you me doing one lot of these dahlias, but I thought, what the hell. I ended up putting the two clips together, so you probably hear me repeat myself twice, but if you didn't hear the first time, you definitely hear the second time. This is I'm going to show you this now. This is how I actually start my dahlias. We bought five, two varieties, the pom-poms and the decorative ones. My favourite one is, out of all of them, would be the Edinburgh, decorative Edinburgh. It's a beautiful purple and white flower, like big head on them. And you're going to see me actually potting them on, and I'll show you what we do with them after I've potted them on in the greenhouse. Check this out, we'll be right back. Well guys, today I'm going to be planting these 5 dahlias. You get 3 in one, the middle one, these pom-pom mix, you get 3 in a pat, and then you got these decorative little tiger, and this decorative Edinburgh. Now, I love the decorative Edinburgh. Mine last year didn't come so much, so we're going to start them again. Now, we're not going to put them outside. They would never survive outside, and the only way they will survive are in the greenhouse covered in fleece. And we're going to do 5 pots. I'm going to got my clover. We're going to put them in pots. Then later on, around about July, we're going to put them outside and plant them outside, and that's when they'll flourish. Get them off to an early start now, and these will flower right through summer, so that's the plan. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. Well guys, we're doing this pom-pom mix today. These are dahlias. I'm going to get them off to an early start, and we won't be taking them out of the greenhouse. They'll stay in the greenhouse under some fleece. We do these every now and again, every couple of years. What we're after the main stems, want them just to stick up. Well, this one's a big one. Don't know if it's going to fit in the pot. Well, what I'm going to do, have to take one of these tubers off, I think. Oh no, we don't have to. Squeeze them in. Looks like this one here has lost a few of the tubers. Not to worry. What you don't want to lose is this and a few of the tubers. This is where where it will grow from. So what we've got to do now, sprinkle compost around them. I just like to leave that little dimpling sticking out, and then you get all the shoots coming out from it. And if you're clever enough, you can actually take cuttings from them, and when they come up, now all these will be going outside eventually.
do a bit more soil in there in the bottom, just to lift it up. There we go. Get it in the centre. Shake the soil so it goes around the tubers. By the way, if you want to know, I'm using Clover multi-purpose compost. And what I'll do is I'll sit these in the greenhouse. Obviously, I'm going to add a bit of give them a bit of a watering, not much. You don't want the tubers to explode, but yeah, these I do it this way every year, and then I can plant them outside early, and you'll get flowers pretty much all year round. So I've got another 2 to do, and then we'll get some fleece, and we'll stick them amongst the strawberries down at my feet. So we'll be right back. Well guys, these are the Little Tiger and the Edinburgh, and these are decorative varieties of Dahlia, or Dahlia as you Americans like to call them. I quite like the name Dahlia as well, but you know, we do call them Dahlias here in the UK. And I mean, I've loved these since being a kid. My granddad used to grow these in his back garden. But these two, I've particularly picked these ones out because I absolutely think they're the nicest dahlias that there is. Other than that black dahlia, I've yet to find one, but you know, we'll get one day. However, we got them in Clover multi-purpose. There's loam at the bottom of this to retain the moisture. Now what I'm going to do now is top these up. I've got the clover down here. We're using the coarser stuff, and basically what you want to do is shake it so it goes all the way around. I could have done that, but I could have put that in the centre, but not to worry. Like I say, give it a good shake. You want the compost to go round the tubers. One more, do this one. I just like to leave that tip out, and I can see where they're coming from. The shoots they start to come out from. There's the main stem, but they come out from the side of the stem. And if you're clever enough, you'll be able to take cuttings before. So when they come up, you get about 6 or 7 of them. You can actually take a cutting, and you can get another dahlia before the end of the year. But yeah, these are the 2. We've got this 5 of them now. So I'm just getting some water. I'm going to have to. This water's not very good. Hang on, let's change this water. I need to change it. Put some water which has been in here for at least 2 weeks. Yep. And what I'm just going to do is not put a lot of water in. Just a little bit of water and let them tick over. You'll start to see these coming up in a month or 2. Now we've actually got dahlias in this greenhouse in buckets, and they come up every year. They're a decorative variety. But yeah, these will now go and sit probably in the back greenhouse. There's not much room in the front greenhouse at the moment, so I'll take them all and put them in the back greenhouse, and we'll keep an eye on them. I'll put a bit of fleece over them as well. So here they are in the back greenhouse. I will put some fleece over them, and leave them there just to tick over until spring, and then we'll plant them outside. But that's all I need to do with the dahlias, and hopefully every one of them will germinate. What you need to do is make sure they've got some stem and lots of tubers. Always press the stem, make sure it's hard. You don't want a soft stem. If you've got a soft stem, you're going to have a dodgy dahlia. So yeah, just be careful when you're choosing your dahlias, and this is the best time to pick your dahlias now, because there's more of them and you've got a better selection to pick from. Right, anyway, onwards and upwards. So here we go, guys. We've got the fleece over these dahlias here, and the lobelia, I've decided just to put the fleece over. I did have some bubble wrap on it, but I took it off, and hopefully everything will be good to go. Later on in the year, these dahlias will be going outside. You just take them out of the pots, plant them directly into the ground. Lobelia, we're going to be sticking them in the hanging baskets. So anyway, there we are. Oh God, what's she like? So we'll be right back, guys. We've got a few other things to sort out. So after you've seen that, like I said, there's several ways of getting cuttings from dahlias. You can either split them. You can take a piece of the, once they start to put the shoots out, you can take a piece of the shoot and a little bit of the tuber, and you'll get another plant. You can actually do them from seed. It'll take a bit longer to, you know, obviously take a few years to get to where mine are at, but yeah, there's lots of different ways. And them dahlias now are in the back greenhouse under some fleece, and they just sit there for a few months. Once they start to, you know, get about yay big, and the last frost will be definitely be going out into the beds, and they'll look glorious. There's another flower that I like to grow on here, and the African Crackerjack Marigold, and I decided to sow some of them. So let me show you me sowing them as well. Hi guys, well today we're going to start sowing the African Crackerjack Marigolds. Now these grow quite big and they're awesome. I've got to be careful because I just split the pack. One end, yeah, there, it's that end, thank God. They'll be everywhere. But before we actually sow them into here, what I want to do is give the compost a bit of a soaking. Now this is clover multi-purpose. Right, now then, all the seeds, every last one of them, all going in. Should have not wet my hands because I've got seeds all over my bloody hands now. That's fun. Anyway, let's just keep sprinkling them. So all these, doesn't matter, they all come up in clumps. We tease them out, and then we pick them into bigger stations. Right, so what I'm going to do quickly, just wet the seeds. It's quite a mild day today considering it's how cold it has been. So yeah, just a good sprinkling of the clover over the top of them. There we go. I don't really want to tamp them down. I'm just going to drop this gently on top of them like that. And give them one more drink of water. That's all I'm going to do for the next month. No more watering. You don't need it. And because what will happen is, I've wet the inside of that lid. when the compost warms up, it'll eat the water inside the compost. The water will then turn into vapour at the top of the propagator, drop straight back down onto the plants, and it just keep feeding it. If this wasn't on and it wasn't closed, it didn't have a, you know, it had the vents. This hasn't got vents, which is even better. But if it had vents and it would open, that vapour would quickly disperse and the compost would dry out, and it'd be very difficult for the seeds to germinate. But as it is, this is good to go. So anyway, we're going to crack on. We've got a few other things to do today. This time of year I want to get an early start. I know it's early, but I've got the greenhouses and the quite warm greenhouses, and we start the seeds off every time around about this time of year, so it's not a problem. Anyway, that's some more marigolds, the African Crackerjack. They grow to about 1 metre tall. Anyway, onwards and upwards. So we've got them sold, and hopefully we'll get some germinating. We'll get them potted on, and they'll be going out as well. If we get them out early, they'll be flowering. As long as you deadhead them, they flower all the way through the summer, up into late autumn. Absolutely awesome they are. They're quite big. They grow up to 1 metre tall. And like, what you want to do, Buttercup? What you mean you don't know? She's wringing wet when she come in here, and then she was, come on then. You're still wet now. Oh, I'm drying you, eh? I'm drying you, and I'll get you all nice and dry. You've been a naughty girl this week. I'll show you what she did. Very naughty. She nearly had Deborah crying, and I had to keep my face straight. Naughty. I think there'll be a warning coming with that clip in a bit. But yeah, the marigolds, you saw me doing them there. Like I say, I put them propagator lids on and keep the vents closed. I do wet them underneath, and what I'm trying to do is create, like, when the compost warms up, the water in the compost evaporates. And what happens is, as it evaporates, the condensation hits the top of the propagator, it condenses and then drops back down, and you don't have to keep constantly watering them. So like I say, I only water them until I start seeing them coming up. Then I take the propagator lids. Once they've germinated, I take the propagator lids off. However, this time of year, it's best to leave them on or to cover them in fleece, and that's what I normally do. And yeah, we'll have lots of them in the borders later on in the year. I was going around the allotments last week and early this week, and I've noticed a lot of frogs dead everywhere. Now, if you're a bit squeamish, you want to look away for 2 minutes, but let me show you what I'm talking about. Well, here's something I've been told about. A friend of mine noticed these in his pond, all these frogs dead, and there's about 5 or 6 of them there. This was the pond it was in, so he's emptied it obviously to clean it out. But this ain't the first time I've seen dead frogs on the allotments so far this year. I've seen them on a path just up here. I've seen one in my pond. So what I'm going to do now is quickly go around and have a look at all the other ponds and see what else is to see if it's happening in all the ponds. But something very, very strange has happened to all the frogs. There's another one dead there, in amongst all this duckweed. You can see its feet sticking out. Absolutely shocking. Look at this, frogs dead everywhere. There's another 2 dead there. Absolute shocking. I don't know what it is. Is it a die-off of all the frogs on the allotment? According to friends, this is happening all over the shop, all over the UK. So as you can see, these frogs just dead. I don't know if it's the frost that's caught them all out, but it's not just one place, it's a few places. And I put it up on the
one of my videos, I think it was last week, and other people have said that they've found frogs dead all over their allotments and what have you. Now I don't know if it's a disease or it's just the weather that's caught them all off guard. However, I have got frogs in my greenhouses, and I was looking to see where they were, and they're all right, touch wood. But yeah, it's concerning to see so many frogs dead there. I was given some. I've got this. It's almost like a little picket fence, it's made of steel, and I had about 40 of them, and my mate had another 20, and he said, "Yeah, you can have these." So I decided to use them to put them around the front of my plot. I still need 2 more, desperate for 2 more. I've been looking to find out if we'll find them, these particular ones. I'll tell you more about that at the end of the video, but let me show you this fencing that I've put around the front of my plot.
Right, today I've been busy. I've not got enough of these little fences, but what I have got is all this lot here, and I've been managed to do this path in the front there. I've got a couple left. I could daily could do with a couple more, and then I can do that one there, and then they all match, you know. I mean, I've been given all these, so it's not as if they've cost me anything. And yeah, and what they do, they keep all the flowers in the borders and not on the paths. And it was something that we're given. I probably could do another 30, 34, and I'd be really happy if I had 34, maybe 40 more. But I had no idea how much these cost. And like I say, they're about 18 inches long. There they are. 18 inches long, I suppose, and yeah, they just clip together. It's a shame I can't do that over there. I'm sure there must be more about somewhere. I just found 3 down there, but I think I've used all the ones I've got, unfortunately. But the idea of this is to stop all the bloody flower leaves and coming over onto the path, so that's why we've done it. Hopefully it will keep them inside the borders of the beds. Anyway, I get a few more of these, and I think I need 2 more just to finish that. Look at these here. You got well, you did have the only thing what's on there now is a great tit, and there's a long-tailed tit just joined it on the feeders. I do need to put more food in the feeders. I'll do that tomorrow. But yeah, we've got quite a selection of birds coming to the feeders. Let me rhyme them off. You got the coal tit, you got the blue tit, you got the great tit, you got the long-tailed tit. You've got the goldfinch, the chaffinch, and the bullfinch I've seen on there. Even seen a woodpecker. There's like I said, a long-tailed tit there now. We've got dunnets running around the bushes here. Robins, blackbirds. We've got everything. Little coal tit there in the tree. They're pairing up now, and going in. I've seen them checking them nest boxes out, so it won't be long before they'll be nesting in the boxes again. There's the dunnets down there, popping about in the beds. You're wondering where Buttercup is. She's there licking her lips, literally licking her lips. Yeah, it's quite nice. Anyway, we've got this fencing. Like I said, I could do with 2 more just to do that end bit there. Maybe 3 would do it. 1 more I need of them. Oh well, onwards and upwards. Well, sure we'll find one. 1 more of them, I should say. So that fencing will keep all the spring bulbs and everything at bay from flopping over on the paths. Now, I was looking in Wilkinson's, and they've got something like this, but they're half as thick, you know, the metal. I think this is about
that looks about 5 million. The stuff what they've got's 3 milli. It's totally it's half the thick, and 3 of them at £8 each. Now I've got 60 of these, so you do the maths. 60 times 8 divided by 3, 160 quid. I didn't pay a penny for them. And the mate finds out that there was like free for £8. He wanted them back, so I had to hammer them into the bloody thing. So but it was I could do with a few more. Just down that other end there, I've got 2. I need 1 at a pinch, maybe 2 to finish the job off. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Anyway, as I was saying, Buttercup, naughty thing she is. She had she really upset my friend Deborah. You might hear it in her voice in a minute. But I was talking to my friend. I just took her some bubble wrap up for a greenhouse. So I've got a big roll of it, so give her a pile of it to wrap a greenhouse in bubble wrap. And while we were up there, Buttercup was up to mischief. Let's roll the clip. But if you're squeamish, look away.
What's she like, eh guys? Up to mischief, looking for mice. Bad Buttercup. Deborah being very brave there. He might still be alive.
No.
Throw it back, she'll eat it. Actually, it's not a mouse, it's a vole, that.
I know.
She likes them voles. Look at her looking for more. What's she like? Can't take her anywhere.
Yeah. She walked along that top of that compost bin, and then next thing you see, dives straight down, and up she comes with this little vole in her mouth. So I've got her with it in her mouth. I've got Deborah trying to pull it out of her mouth. The pair of them are fighting for this vole. And Buttercup won't let go of it. She's really sinking her teeth into it. Anyway, eventually Deborah managed to prise the vole from her jaws. Lucky she didn't get scratched a bit. She just, but anyway, Buttercup let it go. Anyway, she's got it in her hand there. She's trying to massage it. It's that little like that, and yeah. And I'm going, oh Buttercup, you're a bad one. Then the ultimate insult was, throw it on the floor, she'll eat it. Yeah, she's still speaking to me, by the way, but she's not speaking to Buttercup. What's she like, guys? Anyway, I've got one more clip to show you, and that's all these spring bulbs, which we thought we got all the spring bulbs planted. We didn't. So I've got a little more narcissus. I'm going to show you doing a few of them, and a few planters of them, and a few planters of some alliums as well. So with that, let me show you. We did them outside the other day when it was a bit drier.
Well guys, as you can see, got a couple of tubs here, a couple of tubs at the back. I've got some older compost there. Well, when I say older, it's not old, it's new. But I've got my bags for bulbs. Another bag here, different varieties. So what we got over here, just to the right, is some horse manure. So we're going to put about 4 inches of horse manure in the bottom of these buckets. I want to do it before Buttercup gets here, because she'll just drive me nuts. Oh God. Speak of the devil. She'll be right pain now. Oh, she's going for a dinner. Right, that's good. Right, let's continue. So some of this horse manure. few worms in that. Let's move that off there for a second. Now this will feed the bulbs throughout the year. God, can't you tell we live in Salford? Bloody ambulances. Right, now then, I'm using this clover. Put my gloves off, it's easy. Let's just break these lumps up. There's a lot of loam in this compost, so it will retain a lot of moisture. There is drain holes in the bottom, that's important. And what I'm going to do is going to pile in these bulbs. You can plant them really, really close. So I'll just get myself a knife. The good news is Buttercup is keeping out of the way. She's learnt a lesson over the years. Right, so there's 2 kilos of narcissus here, cold mix, and we're going to pile them in. Now you can pile them really close to each other. All I'm doing is just making sure that there's no soft ones. The last thing you want to do is put soft ones in. Like that one there, all spongy. Now these will all be up in no time. You can see they're just starting to come up now. That one's a spongy one. What you gotta do, again, very squidgy. There we go. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get me, open that other bag of clover, put it over the top of them, and then these 2 will be done and we'll get the other 2 done. So give me a moment. That's it. Putting a couple of about 3 inches on these. These will take a bit longer for them to come up, so we'll get these coming up around about mid-April. Like I say, there's lots of loam in this clover compost this year, so it's perfect for these. We're going to sit these outside, but not today. We'll go put them in the greenhouse for now, but we'll be putting these around the plot shortly. So these were all the duff ones which we've pulled out. You definitely don't want them in there because they'll infect the others. So right, anyway, got a couple about 3 inches over the top of them. Doing that compacts the soil a bit around the bulbs. There's a lot of this here in this clover. Not very good. Right, anyway, that's the first lot done. Let's clean up here and we'll start the next lot. Well guys, as you can see, we've got a couple more pots here. There's a bit of horse manure in here. What we're doing, piling in the clover over the top. The horse manure is like a feed for them, for the bulbs which we're going to be sticking in here, and them bulbs are going to be some alliums. So just a bit more. Right, so we got the soil in there now on top of the horse manure, and now we're going to be putting these into this bag. So these are called purple rain. You don't get many, you only get a couple. In fact, you should have got 3 in that one, but we've only got 2 because one of them was a bit of a duffer. Again, we need to check all these. Look at these, they're just starting, the roots are just starting. Oh. Get these ones out. What we're going to do, be careful how we put these in. These will be up in no time, these. So he's just starting to come through now. What I'm going to do, put that one there, put a couple in the middle like that. There we go, we've got them all. Now what I'm going to do, clover over the top of them. Good 2.5 inches over the top. I'm rattling it there for the compost to bed down. Whoops, a bit too aggressive there. I am going to cap these, take them right to the top. The soil will sink down over the period of the year, and then it's just a matter of topping them up next year and these will give us pleasure for years to come. Right, so that's the alliums. The alliums here in this packet here, again, they're these purple rain. So that's what are in these two. Let's give us a lot of loam in this compost as well. When I say by loam, that's what I mean by loam. Retain the moisture. There is drainage holes in the bottom of these as well. So yeah, we've got horse manure on the bottom, clover in the middle, bulbs on top, clover on the top of that, like a sandwich, like a layer cake. So the horse manure underneath will feed these throughout the year, and then next year we'll be feeding them with comfrey tea and everything, and hopefully we'll get the bulbs to split and we'll get more. Anyway, I'm gonna put these away and then we'll be right back. So they're all planted, all that, and then we thought we got rid of them all, you know, planted all the bulbs, and I've just found another 2 kilo bag of narcissus to plant. So we'll do that sometime when I got time. But I'm going to get off now. I'm going to try and get the video up, and hopefully we'll get it up later on tonight. Buttercup, you smell like a little tart. You're covered. She's got perfume all over her. You're not as wet as you was, eh? You're not as wet as you was, are you? Eh? But yeah, I'm gonna get off now, get the video up, and hope you enjoy it. So from me and Buttercup, hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe, keep warm, and I'll see you back here for some more next week. Bye for now, folks. What are you doing, eh? Oh, go on, give me a big snuggle. Come on, have a snuggle. Eh? Don't you fall asleep on my knee? Hmm? Can't hear her, but she's purring her head off here. Right?